Tonight, we celebrate our 22nd year. As always, we are extremely grateful for the generous support of our major donors. In 2019, our dedication and support of research has resulted in life-saving breakthroughs in gene therapy.
The foundation support of discovery research has been really critical at filling the gap that exists when federal funding is not there for very unique circumstances, particularly like inherited diseases that affect the brain.
I had a really good pregnancy. Cameron was very active. He was born, it was just an instant love that I had never ever felt before.
The neurologist came in and sat down with us and that he was diagnosed with some type of a leukodystrophy, which was the first time we had ever heard that. There's no way to prepare yourself for being told that the life of your child is never going to be normal. And maybe some part of you still says there's a little bit of hope. Maybe somebody was wrong. Maybe something was switched up in a lab. Maybe, but you know, it's kind of like a door closing when you get that.
In 2017, a door of opportunity opened when Cameron received gene therapy treatment for Canavan's disease at the University of Florida Powell Gene Therapy Center. The progression of the disease was stopped, and today, Cameron is in school. The Mathew Forbes Romer Foundation, in collaboration with National Tay-Sachs and Allied Diseases, has led a national research initiative spanning more than 15 years of gene therapy research, including working with the University of Massachusetts and University of Florida. Over the past year, this innovative team effort led to clinical trials, expanded access studies, and commercial licensing for Tay-Sachs, Sandoff, and GM1 diseases. In October of 2019, Axovant, a clinical stage company, also released promising data from a study of 2 patients with infantile Tay-Sachs. While there is renewed hope for children with those diseases, other families wait as researchers race against the clock to unlock the genetic key to other fatal genetic diseases.
Just a few months ago, we had the opportunity to meet Jordan Ogman and his parents, David and Stacy. And they really have an amazing story. Because of the advent of DNA diagnostic testing and sequencing that's available now for routine diagnostic testing, they were able to determine that Jordan has a very unique mutation in a gene that's never been known to cause a disease in children before.
He was born on July 20th, 2015, and when he was put in my arms, I told him I would always love him, guide him, and protect him. A couple hours after he was born, I noticed that he was breathing very rapidly, and that's when he was taken away and placed in the NICU. His baby giggles were absolutely contagious and made him a fan favorite every place that we went. After his first birthday, the milestones became inch stones, where his progress never regressed, but everything just started to slow down. Luckily, we found the University of Florida where their physician scientists said it is their obligation to save Jordan's life. Jordan is amazing at doing hard things, overcoming the odds, and fighting every big battle he's ever had to fight on his own. But this is a battle that he can't fight on his own and that our family cannot fight on its own. Jordan has 3 years left to live, that being the outside range. The neurodegeneration is constant. As devastated as we are, we're also retaining so much hope because science has advanced, technology has advanced, and the University of Florida has saved other children, and we know that they can save Jordan.
With Jordan as a catalyst, the world-renowned University of Florida Powell Gene Therapy Center is spotlighted as a gene therapy center of excellence. The Mathew Forbes Romer Foundation has provided a major grant to support this vital research. The National Research Initiative, created by our foundation and the National Tay-Sachs Allied Diseases, has grown to 64 projects and over $4 million in grants. This has generated over $20 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health and similar institutions. And since the Foundation's inception, we have hosted 22 South Florida genetic testing and education fairs with J-Screening and other partners to screen over 1,600 potential parents and achieve up to a 50% detection rate. And in nursing, we have funded more than 40 nursing scholarships with Nova Southeastern University, Florida Atlantic University, and Florida International University, and created nursing school classroom and simulated in-home training programs. When Mathew was diagnosed 25 years ago, there were no treatments or cures and limited screening and care options for children with genetic diseases of the brain. Much has changed, and the future has never looked brighter. Still, there is so much to do. Tonight, we honor two very special people that have made a big difference. Orly Marcourt dedicates her time to the care of families of children with genetic diseases of the brain and currently serves as Vice President of the National Tay-Sachs and Allied Diseases Association and on the advisory board of the Mathew Forbes Romer Foundation.
When William was diagnosed, he was 18 months old. At that time, he could still walk around furniture and crawl. Within a couple months, he lost both of those abilities. Our caregiving was immense. I can't even believe we got through that period of time. And it was at that time that I really started advocating for in-home nursing. And the way we were able to acquire in-home nursing was to bring on hospice. We learned that we weren't the only ones struggling with this type of need. And it was through talking to those families that strengthened my advocacy skills. So when I was able to get involved with the Romer Foundation in their mission to enhance nursing care for our children, I jumped at it because they're going to be the future nurses who take care of our children. What's even more meaningful is when we go into Nova Southeastern University and work with the nursing students. The appreciation that they give to us is beyond measure. Knowing that the research has advanced so much since William's diagnosis and death, it just brings a new meaning to my experience as a parent of someone with one of these rare diseases. Knowing that there's hope for other families in the future and that their outcomes may be very different. I don't think I can put that into words.
Congratulations to Orly for being one of this year's See the Light Awards honorees. Our next honoree has been a true pioneer of gene therapy since the 1990s. Dr. Barry Byrne serves as the director of the University of Florida Powell Gene Therapy Center and Child Health Research Institute.
One of my passions is to bring the science to patients to help solve problems that were really not easily addressed by any conventional medical therapy previously. And in the patient community where there is a genetically defined disease, there were really nothing to offer and a huge unmet need. So the opportunity to use gene therapy to correct the fundamental problem that defines a genetic disease was really exciting. We really have an opportunity to be inspired by someone like Jordan, who can teach us that to conquer the problem of one individual really will ultimately help many. And there are actually dozens, potentially, of children like Jordan that could benefit from this effort. What we hope to achieve by establishing a basis for treating a wide variety of inherited diseases is something that really will change clinical practice in the future. My hope is that actually pediatricians of the future will not have to deliver bad news to families about a condition that we can't manage in any way, and really offer the opportunity to everyone, to have every child to have a bright and healthy future.
Congratulations to Dr. Barry Byrne for being our final See the Light Awards honoree of 2020.